openly ask questions. If anyone has any questions, then I'll be happy to respond because it is very important. Yes.
So in the start of lecture, you told that they cannot write Newton's second law if petrol is finished and mass is less. Or we say that mass khatam ho jata hai. So according to physics, mass is not going anywhere. It changes into energy. So why not writing instead of Newton's second law, we write in, Einstein mass energy equation of non-relativistic.
Yeah, but the Newton law is the simplest form. But we only remember F is equal to ma, and my meaning was very few of us know that it is not actually F is equal to ma, but it is F is equal to dp over dt. So my aim was this, that we are just memorizing, we are not thinking, right? Yes.
So and next आपने जो कार्बन की बात की कि it is used in the chips. So बहुत सारे मॉडिफिकेशन के बाद हम इसको चिप्स में यूज कर सकते हैं, यानी आर्टिफिशियल बैंड गैप्स इंट्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं. तो सर इतना एक्सपेंडिचर करने के बजाय अगर हम एक ऐसा मटेरियल निकालें कि जिसमें बैंड गैप इंट्रोड्यूस करने की भी जरूरत ना पड़े, डायरेक्ट हम चिप्स में यूज कर लें, तो विल इट बी स्मार्ट मूव और नॉट?
Of course, the world is looking for alternatives, and sometimes an alternative considered bad today may be the ideal alternative tomorrow. So this never means to depend on one thing, because the world is very frequently changing, and maybe something is energy wise more feasible than the other. You are keeping in view economics, you are keeping in view environment, and you are keeping in view the productivity and smartness of the product. So some will be useful for environment, the other will be useful for energy saving, the other will be preferred for smartness. I never use the cash machine when it is very slow, although it is giving me money, but I can't wait that much. And I prefer to travel 2-3 miles away from that and find another cash machine. So, smartness and all these things are important. And a real engineer should look into all these aspects, that if alternatives are there, then it is excellent, because the Russian system couldn't stand. They were not giving alternative to the people. And the American and the British, the capitalism, stayed a little bit more because they were giving alternative. Yes. Right?
So as nanomaterials were used by some other traditions, but according to you, जैसे आपने कहा कि इनके साइंस को समझना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट था, वो किसी और ने समझा, यानी कि जिस तरह हमारे पास म्यूजियम्स थे, चर्चेज में ये नैनोमटेरियल्स के ये क्वालिटी यूज हो रही थी कि लाइट चेंज करता है, लेकिन वो साइंस किसी को पता नहीं थी. तो वो साइंस अब आ रही है, तो यानी वही रूल कर रहे हैं. तो यानी जिनको पता होता है वही यूज करते हैं.
Whoever contributes is never forgotten, right? So we shouldn't say that Arab did this, the British did this, the Japanese did it. Whoever has done, people know, right? If I tell you, the Islamic College Peshawar, it was, the idea came from Raus Kippel, and Sahibzada Abdul Qayyum Khan was the leader in those days, and he convinced the British people, and that started to build Islamic College. Who was Abdul Qayyum Khan? He was an orphan, yatim, from Kota village, and when his father was killed, his mother sent him to his uncle's house, and he lived and educated in Topi, a couple of kilometers or 3-4 kilometers away from Kota. And that orphan, when did his middle, he was teacher in the Marghuz school. And with Taliban, He came to Peshawar and got admission in a school to pass his matriculation. After that, he became a Tahsildar or whatever rank there, and he reached up to the British people. When I hear this story, I read this story, I pray to Allah that give us a couple of orphans, more orphans, so that they can build our institutions. There were Nawabs, there were Khans, there were many rich people in this province, but that orphan changed this world, right? So whoever contributes, Sabzada Sahib has nobody here now, but we are appreciating him. After 100 years, 1,000 years, people will appreciate him, people will pray for him, and that will be so. Never associate things with people. Say that yes, this thing has been done, because people know. People never forget when you have done something good. It will come at the end, and the same is true for the bad. If Muhammad is remembered, Abu Jahl is also not forgotten. So both the negative and positive are remembered forever. Whatever you contribute, the laws of conservation of physics are applied and they will be there. So nothing is hidden, right? So never think that there is nobody to weigh things. All are weighed. Yes. Hmm.
सर जिस तरह आपने कहा ना कि नैनो मटेरियल्स को मेन थिंग जो है वो प्रॉपर्टीज है ना और प्रॉपर्टीज ही को हम मॉडिफाई करके अपने स्पेसिफिक एप्लीकेशंस के लिए इस्तेमाल करते तो सर आपने ये भी कहा कि हम अपने रिसर्च को इस तरह इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं कि मतलब इन प्रॉपर्टीज को स्टडी करके हम फेलोज की रिक्वायरमेंट्स को देख के और फिर उसमें चेंजेस लाएं और हम अपने रिक्वायर्ड एप्लीकेशंस को गेट करें तो सर रिसर्च में तो हम ऐसी चीज़ों से स्टिक है कि मतलब जो काम हुए हैं जो साइंटिफिक लॉज आपने कहा कि वही एप्लीकेबल है ना तो हम सिर्फ वही स्टडी करते हैं और वही इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं तो इसकी क्या कोई ऐसी और स्ट्रेटजी है कि जिसको हम मतलब अपने आइडियाज को हम इम्प्लीमेंट कर सके इसमें या नैनो मटेरियल्स में हम चाहते हैं कि फला मटेरियल के प्रॉपर्टीज को ये बात हम अपने से तो नहीं कर सकते ना तो क्या
There are no walls around minds of people, right? The minds are open, and when you work on a specific area, specific field, 100 more things comes to your mind, right? So you focus on one thing, you develop one product, but on the way you develop many more products as well. So sometimes you have a goal, a target, that I am producing or engineering this thing for that specific application, but sometimes you get excellent properties and you are looking for application for that in the world. For example, X-ray, they came accidentally, but how many applications were found for it? And this is very important question, that we have two main disciplines. One is basic sciences and the second is applied sciences. Applied sciences is important for temporary developments, for temporarily addressing the issue, addressing the issues in hand in the short term. But basic sciences are equally important, because never struggle to discover X-rays. None struggle to discover gamma rays. They came by themselves and they were discovered. But when you look into the application, how much educated was Leeuwenhoek? He only knew his language, Leeuwenhoek, and he's called the father of microscopy, the father of microbiology, the father of biological sciences. Faraday, he was a technician, not a technician, an operator. Technician is also a technical word. He was an operator in a press machine which used to be manually done. And he discovered the electricity and the Faraday's laws. So when you are thinking positively, naturally good ideas come to your mind, and your target is one, and 100 more things come on the way, right? پښتو کې وی کوی ته پریوته نه لټکی ځان سره راوېستو. Now you are anywhere drowned in the well. So whether there are pearls or there are stones, you pick them with you because you have entered that world. The world of discovery, the world of innovation, the world of ideas. And when you are there, this is up to the perception and quality of your mind, that how many things you bring from there. If you look into the Lorentz transformation, the Anfest theorems, the Galilean mechanics, the Eddington mechanics, and Einstein get Nobel prizes for that, right? Because he entered that world and interpreted things in the best possible way, which the Lawrence Arnfest and other people couldn't find the opportunity to do. So you are there in the zone of discovery, and you will find many other things. Yes.
सर इट्स जनरल टाइप क्वेश्चन सर आप जिस तरह हमें मैम ने बताया ना कि आपने लेबोरेटरी बनाई और आपने बहुत कंट्रीब्यूट किया है तो इस तरह तो हमारे माइंड में भी बहुत सारे आइडियाज आ जाते हैं क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं बट वी नीड समबडी टू शेयर हमें रिसोर्सेज चाहिए और जिस तरह हम जिन इलाकों से बिलोंग करते हैं ना तो वहाँ रिसोर्सेज है ना कोई ऐसा बंदा है जिसके साथ हम शेयर कर सके तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये कि अगर जब आपके जहन में आए ना आइडिया कि मैंने लेबोरेटरी बनाई है मैंने बनानी है कंट्रीब्यूट करना है तो आपका नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या था तो हमें बताइए कि हम किस तरह फिट कर सकते हैं
When I came here at 12 a.m. 12 a.m. is PM garmi. PM in the noon, birds used to be flying in the corridors of our department, and everybody used to go home at 12, right? That was the situation. And after a few years, at night, people used to be in the department up to 3 a.m., 2 a.m. And some of the teachers used to be with me. So we work hard. But when your mind is clear, you are sincere, and you are struggling, what happened? Let me speak the real things from which you can learn. That the first thing which was done by the Higher Education Commission, they give me a 1 million rupees initial settlement grant. And with that 1 million rupees, I bought a printer, I bought a photocopier machine, I bought a laptop, a couple of books, and things like that. And when the money was, what was left, I bought with that a milling machine. A milling machine, right? Which mills the powder when you are making ceramics. Then, after a couple of years, I was writing to the people, to the HEC, whenever there was a funding opportunity. I submitted proposals. I got a 3 million rupees national research grant for university teachers are like the NRPU, right? So I got 3.5 million or like that from there. Then there was a US program, research collaboration program. I got about 15 or 13 million from there. Then I struggled with HEC and I submitted a project for 33 million or like that. It was stopped by people. The leg pulling culture of Pakistan, and many people tried to stop it, but I got it 24 million from there. Then I started to get some money from the KP government, and I got more than 100 million rupees in this way. And I tell you that at every step, people tried to stop me. I didn't care. I didn't care for anybody. I focused upon my work. And at the end, I was successful, and the people who were stopping me failed because the lab was developed. What does this mean? that all the people in this country are not bad. When you struggle hard, you will have many supporters, but never get discouraged, never get disappointed, and you will get money from. Look at the poor people in your village who can't get their bread properly, and they are studying in America and Europe. How they do that? Because Allah will help you. You will have to struggle. The man, the human being, only has the choice of intention. Kun fayakun is Allah. You will show your niyat. Intention means niyat. Whether you have a bad intention, Allah will help you. If you have a good intention, Allah will help you. If a thief all the night climbing over the walls of the people, is he doing it on his own? No, Allah help him. But his intention is that. And the people who wake up in the morning and work very hard all the day, they are not doing all these things by themselves. Kun fayakun is Allah, but his or her intention is positive. So when you have a positive intention, Allah will help you in that direction. If you have a negative intention, you will be helped in that direction. But never get disappointed. Disappointment is the failure, and even the death, I can say. When you are disappointed, you are died. You are no more alive. Work hard, and at the end you will do something. I have in myself many negatives. If I didn't have that, then maybe I would have been more successful, right? So when you have positive, everything positive in your mind, the whole environment will help you, and at the end you will be successful, right? So never care about the immediate society. The help will come from the sky, but you will have to struggle. It is not given for free. دوزخ هم د خدای په نامه نه ورکوي. د هغې دپاره به هم ځان نرکې او ګناه به کوې. هغه چې مقام پکې غټ غواړي د ابوجهل غوندې د پیغمبر له به مخې له ځې بغاوت به کوې. نو چې دوزخ خیراتي نه دی نو جنت به ولې خیراتي؟ Right? So the struggle is must, and then leave it to Allah. Whatever you do good, do it in good faith, and the result will be obviously good. If it is not good, that bad will also have hidden in it many goods, right? But it is our vision. Our eyes can see only 0.1 millimeter resolution power is there. There is a big world beyond that, the angstrom level and the micro level world. We don't see that physically. So how can you see many things spiritually? Yes.